Holy shit, there's always something in this fucking life. There's always this world, bro. How do you stab somebody over a video game, bro? And like I said, there's always something going on, bro. There's always something going on in life. This shit pissed me off, bro. I don't even know why do we exist? Why do we exist, bro? I don't know. I'm getting scammed, bro. I got scammed today. I really got scammed again. This shit is crazy. But we finna see. What the fuck? Oh, why the fuck? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? It's perfectly fine. But we about to see. Why the fuck he stabbed this nigga?
This is Christopher Swalwell, and he loves playing Mario. Sometimes he will play with his roommate, David. However, this time Chris played with David, he wouldn't walk out of there alive. Because this very game would be the reason David would stab Christopher over 40 times.
What the fuck?
Just hours after this recording.
I made $1 million here. This motherfucker piece of shit. And I'm dying too, so I don't give a f. Because he was running away from me. Please, please, please. And I said, I'm not your prisoner.
What?
After David committed his horrifying murder, he would call 911
Jeffrey
himself, explaining to police what exactly just happened.
Jeffrey
David
Dahmer
wasn't
case.
trying to hide the facts that he committed the murder, but rather claimed that it was done in self-defense. After all, what happened between the initial fight and Christopher's death is unknown. Police would quickly rush to the scene, but nothing could prepare them for what they were about to see.
Yeah, copy. We don't see him. We're gonna go in. We can get into the building. Hold up. Hold up. What apartment again? Police department.
Yes, sir. Are you the one?
Police department.
Cut. Yes,
What's going on? You're cut.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who else is here right now?
Dying in the bathroom in there.
Who is?
His name is Chris, as far as I know.
Okay. Ames 93.
He put his hands on me. It's just my best friend on the phone.
Where you just had someone answer the door here at the apartment.
I just needed a witness.
Okay. Do you have any knives on you right now?
No, sir.
All right.
No.
You make sure you're clear, okay?
Yes, sir. Please.
Who else is in the apartment with you besides Chris?
Besides the guy dying on the bathroom floor, no one.
Okay. All right.
There's this guy. We're gonna go.
We need to check the bathroom. We have somebody bleeding in the
Get to
bathroom.
the
Get him
bathroom.
detained, please. All right, come on. Watch your step. Police department.
They got 3 officers.
He's right here. I got him on the floor. Police department. Chris? Chris, can you hear me?
On the floor, police would find a bloodied Christopher with large gash wounds on every visible part of his body. Most horrifying of all was that Chris was on his last breath when officers walked in, even managing to make subtle body movements. However, within seconds of the officer speaking with Christopher, he would pass away.
Chris. Oh my God.
Police department.
No.
Chris, stay still for me. Yep, I'm with him. Chris, I need you to stay still for me. Chris, can you tell me your name? Can you talk to me at all, Chris? It's all facial. I can't. Facial and head, yeah. Don't move.
What's all that blood back there?
I don't know what it's from.
There's got a guy plastered from the top of his head. You have like everybody here. What do you want? There's a guy in scalp. He's a scalp messing.
Okay. You just have the one with the name.
Yep. I'm here, Jared.
What's your name?
After they saw the sheer brutality caused by David, officers would rush to detain him before he had even the slightest of chance to cause damage to anyone on the scene.
All right.
Stay still, walk for me.
Watch your step.
So, let me go ahead and say goodbye to you.
No.
He's right here. Got him on the floor.
Let me.
Drop your phone. Drop it or put it in your pocket.
I'm trying to say goodbye.
He's got blood on him
Say
too.
goodbye.
Yes, sir. My foot is split open.
What makes this footage so terrifying is that David doesn't even seem to be emotionally fazed by the whole situation. He just mercilessly killed his best friend, yet he acts like nothing happened at all. Regardless, officers had a breathless body feet away from them, and with David now detained, all hands went on deck to get Christopher to the hospital as fast as possible.
On your count, Aaron. Hospital. You guys got good count? Wait, who's got the other leg? I got his. Who's got his left leg?
Jared grabbed both legs, yep. 1, 2, 3. Just go straight downstairs.
So did these niggas arrest the guy first? Or like worry about the nigga first? And then take care of the nigga that's down? If that makes sense? That's not adding up. Cause how you gonna... I understand that he just killed the nigga, but like... Dead ass? There's a nigga that's dying. He's pretty much dead. He's actually dead. He's actually dead. So, what?
Okay. Keep your hand down. Keep your hand down.
You're right, buddy.
All right. Keep there. Yep.
Here we go.
Go.
He's
Go.
dead.
There's one down. Take your time, take your time.
You okay?
Rest in peace.
No, keep your hand down. Keep your hand down there. You're okay.
Go right, go right. Ready? Come on, top, high.
The officers did everything they could to get Christopher the help he needed, but it was far too late. The damage David dealt was so severe that even if medics had been on the scene immediately after the attack, he still would have died.
Would have died, yep.
With the intensity of the situation now slowing, detectives had one question that had to be answered. What could have possibly led David to kill his best friend in such a brutal fashion? Something devastating must have happened, or so they thought. Because the more they talked to David, the more obvious it became that this murder was about as evil and ruthless as they could have ever imagined.
I do kind of want to find out from you what's going on.
Motherfucker put his hands on my throat. You see the red mark?
Red net. Okay. Do you guys both live here together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you and
I
Chris?
just moved in Saturday.
Okay.
He thought I was going to be his prison bit.
Okay. So let's start at the beginning. Sean, what's your first name, sir? How do you spell your first name?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Couldn't help but laugh.
I just want to make.
No, I know.
Is it S-E-A or is it S-H?
Thank you. It is.
S-H?
Yes.
A. Okay, got it. Do you need... Can I grab your phone for you?
Sir, it didn't release.
I know, I gotta fix that, okay? So hold on a minute
Oh
here.
my God.
Give me a second, okay? Alright. I would like to take you down to the PD to talk a little bit more where it's quieter. So, I'm gonna grab your cell phone. Do you want your keys?
Please.
You want SIGs to go with you too?
Please.
Is that cool?
6 months and phone.
So all that. I tell you what.
And if you wouldn't mind, lock the door. And my little girl behind us.
The fact that David asks to lock the door makes this whole case even more strange. It seems like David actually thinks his murder was justified. That even if Christopher put his hands around his neck, stabbing him over 40 times with a machete was the right way to handle the situation.
Alright, Sean, my man, we gotta get your foot checked out too.
What's going on?
Yeah. We're gonna go.
Did I do something wrong or?
We're gonna go to the police department, so come on along.
I wouldn't even
Just
answer
take it
that.
ready.
Like, I wouldn't
We'll,
answer that shit
we'll
at
make
all.
sure everybody's taken care of here, okay?
Officers would transport David to their station for their one and only formal interview with him. And as expected, he would continue to show absolutely no mercy for his crime.
My name is Matt, and I'm a detective here at the police department. I understand you probably need some stitches. I'd like to talk to you about what happened. Of course. And I'll leave that up, completely up to you, whether you'd like to go get your stitches, then talk to me, or whether you want to talk to me now.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that handle and
No.
so let's just get it over with.
But no, it's completely.
No, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, we know. Jared,
Well, you can step out.
we can have him step out.
So we,
To add to the array of sadistic character traits, David would ask for Officer Brakens to leave the room, who happened to be the only black officer on scene that night. The police report would state that David had called Brakens multiple racial slurs and made racist jokes towards him just minutes after the murder had taken place.
Tonight, at some of the ceiling thing, or not a ceiling thing,
Oscillating fan.
floor fan or fan, picked it up off the base and hit me in the side of the head with it. And then put the base in my neck and tried to choke me out. And when I got up, I collected these. I know what I did tonight, gentlemen, but the mother put his hands on my throat and I defended myself.
No, because you tried to stab.
Before I ask you any questions, you are here to handcuff.
Does that still bother you?
Yes.
Which one? Left one still?
Yes, really?
Okay, hold on.
You want to put a second set in there? Can you?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get a second set in there so it gets you a little more.
Just give me a minute here, okay?
David would demand his cuffs to be readjusted in order to continue the conversation. They would comply and move his handcuffs to the front of his body. But right when the conversation picked back up, David would start to show his true emotions.
There's one gentleman by the name of Todd that, in fact, I don't know his last name, by the way. The second night I was there, Sunday night, Chris ran up on him. And I'm not going to do that type one because I know what would happen to me. But you know what?
All due respect.
No, I mean, he ran up on him like, get the out of my face, screaming at him, get the because we had to go to the store because I wanted to get some groceries and stuff. Just bring in, my share. And I called Tom and I said, would you mind watching my little girlfriend with my box? Yeah. Lily. I'm worried about her, by the way.
We're taking care of her. We got an officer out there that's with Lily, so.
Please.
They're taking care of
her.
Okay.
No, I beg you.
Okay.
I retired last year because of cystoma on my back. I didn't have the heart to. I'm sorry.
No, I know.
No, sir, you don't. I lost my wife, my mother, and all three of my dogs all within 3 months of 2008. My next door neighbor walked that box over to me in one hand and said, "You need a friend." And I said, "I do." So I certified her and trained her myself.
Awesome.
And she's in that apartment, but after the stomas appeared, I didn't have the heart to make it work. So I officially retired last year. She turns 12, Valentine's Day next year.
While this has nothing to do with Christopher, it shows that David does have some carrying bones in his body. More importantly, now that he's in an emotional state, the detective wants to capitalize on this and try to get to the true reason why David murdered Christopher so brutally.
You see what he did? We're trying to do.
So how did you find the apartment?
He advertised it online. I found it on, if I'm not mistaken, Marketplace.
On Facebook Marketplace?
Yes, sir.
And where'd you move from, sir?
I'm sorry. I'm worried about my little girl.
I understand.
She's all I have. I lost my wife after she passed. This fucker, he was a friend of mine, actually. I just want your two perspectives. I want to see the look on your face when I'm about to tell you what was asked of me. When I told him about losing my wife, he said, "What was the worst part?" You, I see it, David. You're puzzled by it. I said, "The worst part of what? Losing my wife? You mean other than losing my wife? The worst part was the last 9 months just watching her wither and die, and she was not able to even respond. And my best friend was the one that brought that home to me. 43 years I've known this woman. She's the one that brought it all home to me about 6 years ago. We were talking on the phone, and I said, love you, good night. And hung up, and she called me back and said, God damn it, I'm still talking. What are you hanging up on me about? I said, what? Then I said goodnight. She said that she didn't say goodbye. And just don't.
Just sit there.
Yeah, you did, aren't you? I never got to tell my wife goodbye. Because those last 8, 9 months, she was unable to respond. I didn't even realize I was doing it. But to this day, when I talk to you on the phone, I'm not going to say goodbye to you. I know what I did tonight, gentlemen, but I was attacked.
It's like a guilt trip or some shit like this sad ass music, bro. Turn this shit off.
And I'm not comfortable.
It seems like David simply lost everything besides his dog. His wife, his mother, and his dog's passing. He felt like he had nothing left to lose. David used Christopher attacking him as fuel to take his anger out on the world. However, despite him willingly pouring his heart out to the detectives, he still feels the need to hold up on his self-defense claims. Fortunately, the detective has some tricks to try and whittle this claim down. He'd first start by getting a recollection of events that led to the murder.
Now, how can I help you?
So tonight, like let's, go back to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
All right. Can you just kind of walk me through everything that led up to this?
I can. About 3, 4 o'clock was about the time that he had come out. He has a...
Come out of his room?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, he had an Xbox out in the living room as well as in the bedroom, and my PlayStation 4 had just grabbed it out. My thing went running, so I couldn't use my PlayStation, and I said, do you mind if I use your Xbox? Well, no, I said, okay. He needs my credit card information for Xbox.
Well, yeah, so you buy your
I'm
game.
just trying to play your console, dude. I don't want to buy shit. Well, it's just $1 to get you registered. Okay. He needs all my previous addresses and all this. I'm thinking, what the are you doing, dude? I just want to play your console. Is this a recurring charge? I asked. Yes, $1 every month. It was worth not a file. About 3 minutes later, I got an email. You can pull it up on my phone. It's right there.
All right. Okay. If you want to
$15.99 a month recurring. The mother.
he signed up for the trial, and then
Yes, sir.
That Charles.
Shoveling knocked on his door. And you gotta say, I'm sleeping, he says. Really? 5 minutes after you just walked out of the room. Okay. I do have a plan. I'm sleeping, he screams at me. I'm gonna say, that's when he came rushing at me with the fan and all that. Okay.
So was the fan in his room?
Yes, sir.
And he came out of the room?
The fan's still in his room, a couple of pieces. Because he used part of it to try to choke me out.
So he...
The base on it is when he pressed that against my throat, and his 300 fat sat on my chest.
According to David, once he confronted Christopher about the additional $14 worth of charges, he seemingly burst through his door and attempted to choke him out. Obviously, this seems extremely uncalled for and far-fetched, so the detective would try to debunk this as much as possible.
So after you flipped him off, what happened next?
fair.
Smart.
I know you are.
I flip him over on his back.
Okay.
I jump up. He'll take off running. He throws something. I don't know. It hit me in the back of the head, so I would assume either the stem and the base, the fan and the stem or the base itself that he was trying to choke me out with, something that hit me in the back of the head. I ran to my room because he had already put his hand on. I knew what I was going for. Okay. And I went and died.
And what was that?
It's a kukri. You know what that is?
Is that? It's not. I was thinking a karambit.
So karambit,
So
yeah.
no, I don't think I know what style of blade that is.
It's
It's
a
something.
short machete with a thick
What the
curved
fuck?
blade. All kind of shaped like a banana.
You got that from your room,
Yes, sir.
and
Out of its sheath. Because I slept with it the last 3 nights. Because the first night he came in.
This is David's first major slip-up. He clearly states that he managed to get to his room without Christopher attacking him, yet proceeded to grab his machete and approach him to attack. If he truly wanted to safely de-escalate the situation, he could have easily shut his door and called 911. David had no intentions of de-escalating, but rather to kill. And what he says next would prove this even further.
then did he come into your room, or did you go back out of your room and?
No, I came back out of my room and met him in the hallway as he was
Oh.
heading to my room. I met him that way.
Okay.
That's why you saw the blood.
I saw the blood.
There's blood from the hallway all the way in.
So you guys kind of met in the middle between the
I met
rooms
him,
there.
and then I shoved him back in the bathroom and said, "You're gonna die. That's what you fucking me on my floor."
Oh.
I'm already dying, John. From this tube in my hand, I don't give a fuck. But I'm not gonna let him know.
He has
Put his
nothing
hands
to
on my
clap.
throat and try to attack me. Not without a fight.
He has
So
nothing.
you shoved him into the bathroom, and you.
So
I didn't
see
show
why he
him.
did this.
I spilled his goddamn skull, and he fell in there because he was running away from me. Please, please, please. And I said, "I'm not your prisoner."
This was the nail in the coffin for David. His efforts to claim self-defense were meaningless after what he just admitted.
You want to keep talking to prison? You want to keep talking to prison? You want to try to punk me out or something? Is that your game? I'm not your prisoner.
Wants to be in prison.
So, where was the first blow that you landed?
Towards the end of the hallway, just as you come from my bedroom to the kitchen/living.
I was in the apartment, so
Yes, sir.
not at his room door, but
No, sir, not at that
As you're
door.
coming in.
Remember that hallway where I went
Yeah.
down in my room?
Yeah.
Okay, where that hallway ends, at the beginning of the kitchen/living room area, those blood drops.
Yeah, that's where all the blood was in
That's
there.
where they first got the shit.
And then where did that land on his body? You remember?
First one, I recall, it would be the right hand side of his right.
Right. His right hand side.
and he was facing.
Right.
He was facing away from you when you said he was
No,
recruiting.
he was looking right at
Oh,
us.
okay.
And it was in your right hand or your left hand? The
The
blade.
blade
Yeah.
was in my right hand.
Okay. So if I had a blade in my right hand and it hit the right side of his face,
Yes, right.
it was a cross,
Yes, sir.
kind of like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So one was here. Was there a second one?
No, there was 3 or 4.
3 or 4? Were they all the same motion to the same side of the body, or
I couldn't tell you.
after that first one?
After that first one, I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you.
Okay. At any time, did you feel like you had a chance to separate and get away from him?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
I mean,
What that he's done, down,
or that when you
out for the count kind of thing?
or when you came out of your room and he saw you had a blade.
Oh, no, he was still trying to fight.
Okay.
He
And
didn't go down until I had Zoppo on the phone when they arrived. Because I called her
Something else happened.
and I said, "Oh, I'm going to jail." And she said, "Oh, goddamn, I'm going to do it." You gentlemen have been in tussles. Do you stop until they're done? No. I just kept swinging and swinging.
and he kept moving backwards.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Look, I'm just telling you.
As soon as he was
I take no
moving
one
backwards,
telling
bro,
you it's
I was
done.
stopped.
And you said you picked up part of the fan at some point?
I picked up the thing. Yes,
Because that was still somewhere close.
it's all over bedroom, bathroom, there's
Yeah, gotcha.
pieces of it everywhere. You saw it.
I saw it, yeah.
What'd you do with the blade?
You want to answer that one? You know where.
I know where it's at. I was sitting on the dining room
I
table.
left it.
On the
Like, I
dining room
left it
Yeah,
there.
on the table.
Was anyone else, was Todd at the apartment when this happened?
He was. Matter of fact, I went back and knocked on his door and I said, Todd, I may or may not have just killed that motherfucker piece of shit. He started shaking, quivering. I need some alcohol and took off. When was the last I saw Todd?
And that was before we got there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you had moved here from Bryan, you said?
Yes, sir.
From Bryan's in Arkansas?
Brian. Arkansas, yes, sir.
And I guess, do you have family in Ames or?
I have no family. My wife and my mother was the last of my family. I'm all alone in this world. And I'm dying too, so I don't give a f. I really don't.
Because he said you have a tumor?
Yes,
Is that what
sir.
he said?
In your head?
Sorry to hear that.
The entire, matter of fact, these are the doctor's words, not mine. It's the largest they've ever seen. They don't know how I'm walking around. But it's the same thing they said when they said I'd never use that arm again, too. That's the one I used to take that mother head apart tonight.
Do you feel you went overboard tonight?
No, sir. I didn't go overboard. I did what I had to do to get that big fat off of me. He outweighs me by 120 pounds. I did what I had to do.
And this seemed to be all detectives needed as well. It was clear as day. David was a cold-blooded killer. However, as they were about to wrap up the interview, David would make one final chilling statement to everyone in the room.
I'm not sorry for what I've done. I did what I had to do. I hope you gentlemen understand.
Do you need another tissue?
David spared no remorse to Christopher and wanted the officers to be fully